we're gonna talk tonight about time, and more specific, to be in the moment, and how to be in the moment, and the importance of being in the moment, and why is it so important. We know that this week, if you go by the Bible, we're reading a section that has to do with Beshalach, has to do with the 72 name of God, has to do with mind over matter, has to do with breaking through the Red Sea, making miracles happen. How does that relate to the concept of time? And the idea is most people either live in the past or either live in the future. People don't live in the moment. People like to live in the past, or they like to live in the future. The moment scared most people, and that's why waste of time is happening all the time. People plan the future in the present, that's why they never have a present. Like people who worry about money all the time, they worry about what's going to be tomorrow, what's going to be in 20 years from now. So they're saving money for the future, but they don't know if they're going to get sick in 10 years. They're saving money for 20 years, and then 10 years, they get sick. Now they have to pay this money for the doctors. So the idea of Beshalach, the portion of Beshalach starts Vayi Beshalach, Vayi. Every time you see Vayi in the Bible, in the Torah, it means it's a bad sign, it's a negative sign. And then Beshalach means to send. Now, who sent? Pharaoh. It doesn't make any sense. It should say when God let the Israelites left Egypt. And the idea is there is two types of energy going on here. Two types of people going on. Vayi Beshalach ha'am, use the word ha'am, and the word ha'am means the nation. The nation related to negative people. Bnei Israel, the Israelite, related to spiritual people. Meaning, when a person is living always in the past, like the Am, the Erev Rav, the mixed multitude, they were busy with, okay, I'm leaving Egypt, what am I losing? Not what am I getting, what am I losing? Some people are always stuck in the past. What am I losing? What am I losing? And those people can never be happy because they always look back. I know people who get divorced and they're still missing the person they get divorced to. And when I ask them, have you been happy with them? No. So why are you missing it? Well, it was a few good moments. So the idea, it's so stupid that people are actually living in the past. So that's what it means, Vayi Beshalach. To the people who live in the past, Pharaoh is the one who pushed you out of Egypt. For the people who connect to spirituality, Bnei Israel, Israelite, those people, the Creator, God, the Divine, take them out of Egypt, not Pharaoh. When a person is connecting to the past or the future, or to the non-spiritual idea of time, then the divine God is no longer the one who's taking care of them. He's been taken care of by the force of nature, what we call, in the language of the Bible, Pharaoh. Pharaoh is a force of not a human being, the king of Egypt. It's a force who's pushing people on the wrong direction when they don't understand the concept of spiritual time. And a question for you. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life when it's come to time? Are you suffering from missing the past? Are you one of those people who plan the future? Where are you in your life? Where are you? You're dancing between the past, oh, I remember 25 years ago. There is people all day long talking about what they remember. You're falling asleep listening to them. How many hours can I listen to what you remember? Well, when I was young. Really? History Channel, right? And there is people who say, one day I'm going to make it to Hawaii. Okay, you hear it one time. It's nice. I hope one day I'm going to make it to Hawaii. Every time you drink a beer with them, one day I'm going to make it to Hawaii. That's also depressing. It's not motivating. And there is unique people, very hard to find them, who actually live in the moment. Powerful. They have names. They call them kids. They call them babies. They are the teachers for life. If you want to learn a lesson, say Rav Zusha, the Holy Zusha, one of the greatest rabbi, he says study from children, study from kids, study from babies. So the whole idea of mind over matter, the whole idea of going to the Red Sea, the whole idea is what you're doing with time. How do you manage time? How do you understand time? Because if you don't understand time, my friend, then Pharaoh, Beshalach Paro, then Pharaoh is the one pushing you out. But if you connect spiritually to time, then you can be sure, by the way, that the divine is taking you step by step wherever it is. And for you, you don't really care. You ever saw a baby that his mother is holding him, is complaining, say, Mom, this direction please, to the right. Doesn't care. His mom holding him and shaking him and taking him. He doesn't even know where he's going. He's like as happy a person can be. He's in the moment. He got his food. He got his diaper changed or not. He doesn't care. And he just continue. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Can we be baby again? And that's the real study of tonight. How can I go back to my roots? The Baal Shem Tov. And again, some people call me today, say, Eliyahu, why do you call it weekly inspiration? Why, you don't teach just the Zohar, just Beshalach, just... And I explain, it's about the impact that the lesson, the lecture, the words I'm using have on people. If I'm adding only information to people's brain, I enjoy, they enjoy in a moment, they clap their hand in the other lecture, and then they go home empty. If I shake the people's mind and make sure they will think differently, I'm not feel comfortable doing that. They go home, their life is better. And that's why we choose to do weekly inspiration where we can include story of righteous, Zohar a little bit, story from the Bible, and how all of these relate to the weekly energy that we can get from it. And that's what we call it, weekly inspiration. So now you know why the name. There is a story that relates to tonight. Tonight is Rabbi Shalom Sharabi, one of the greatest righteous of all time. And we need to understand that story to understand time. The Rashash, Rabbi Shalom Sharabi, was not famous. When he came from Yemen. I don't know if you know where Yemen is. It's kind of south of Israel. And he came to Israel, and nobody knew he was a Kabbalist. But it was Kabbalist Baal Mofet, which means he knew how to make miracle. There is Kabbalists who know how to read secret. There is Kabbalists who know how to teach. There is Kabbalists who know how to write books. And there is Kabbalists who do Baal Mofet. Baal Mofet is a Kabbalist who do magic. He was one of those, but he hid it. So what he chose to do, he chose to cleanse the place where they're teaching. And at night, he used to answer some students who struggle with a question. He put the answer on their book. And in the morning, they come and say, wow, amazing. He was hiding his secret until one day, the head of the yeshiva, the head of the school said, whoever wrote the answer on my book, it was the rabbi's question, look, wow, I want to know who wrote the answer. Nobody answered. He said, he locked the room and he said, whoever wrote this answer will not leave till tomorrow until he revealed himself. He didn't reveal himself. Shock. Everybody's still alive, everybody's going okay. 1 week after, the Rashash forget a window open. The daughter of the Rashash, of the rabbi, that said, Father, the cleaning boy, the one who cleaned the place, is holding a pen and is next to your table. He ran across the street, he closed the door. So the Rashash, why do you do it? He said, well, I see people struggle, I want to help. I said to him, why didn't you get scared when I said, you can die? He said, because it's written, if a person revealed his ego to the public, it's worse than a death. And I consider that, if you wish me that, that's worse than that. I took whatever it's written in the Kabbalistic book. The Rashash became famous, and that day, become one of the most famous righteous of all time. He's buried in the Mount of Olives, if you've never been there. And the story go like this: before he passed on, people used to go to his house and ask him questions. There used to be a line of people. So they arrived to his house, and this guy has a problem. He lost most of his money. His wife gets sick. His children get sick. He has a lot of sheep and cows. They run away. Everything goes wrong. So he decided to go to the Rashash to ask, what's going on with my life? I need a blessing. So he's getting to the house, and he's waiting. There's like a little couch, and the wife come out of the Rashash and said, listen, my husband is really busy. There's 2 people before you. Let me get you some tea and cookies. In the meantime, she went to prepare the food. He fall asleep on the couch. As he's falling asleep on the couch, he has a dream. And in the dream, he sees that there is a bunch of people running. Everybody's running. And there is crowd going somewhere. And there is, next to him, there is different carriage, different cars, different vehicle who carry people or carry something. One carry people that with the jacket, white jacket, one with black jacket. All kind of. He arrived, and this is the center of town, and there is a scale. And he asked one of the people, what's happening here? He said, well, they judging a soul of a person. Soul, wow. I said, whoa, that's unbelievable. I never saw that before. So what's the name of the soul? I said, hey, this guy, Moshe, the son of Jacob. And Lucas said, well, he started to get scared. They say, my name is Moshe and my father is Jacob. Now he's really nervous. So he want to see what's going on with his soul. So the announcer said, bring all the good deed that this person did. And the carriage and the car is open, and white jacket come in, sitting on one side of the scale. Now bring all the good thought that he have. Whoa, they keep coming. Then bring all the good words that he say. Not a lot, but few of them came. Now on the other side of the scale, they said, now please bring all the bad thought that he has. And there's about 20 cars coming by, negative. Then bring all the bad words that he say. Oh, there are 20,000 cars. He started to be worried because, it was pretty good, and it's kind of. Then he said, bring all the bad action. Oh, that become really heavy. Okay? Then there is an answer. Say, is this person ever suffer? Ever had pain in his life? Physical pain, emotional pain, any mental pain? Did he ever go through some type of pain? They say, yes. Bring the gray carriage. And they come in with a gray suit, and for every suffering that person went through, one negative angel has to go out. So they put instead, so it's become more balanced. It's going instead of the. So, and it started going almost even. And by this time, this gentle Moshe, he's sitting on the couch and he's screaming, waking up, give me more suffering, give me more suffering. And he's waking up and he's seeing the wife of the Rashash with the tea and cookies in her hand and say, are you okay? My husband will be ready in 1 minute to say, tell your husband I'm fine. I'm happy with every pain I'm going through. I'm celebrating my pain. And he left. It's a true story. It's amazing. Happened in Jerusalem. What can we learn from the story about time? Remember, tonight's topic is time. We think that we put it all together with our mind. We think we got it all together. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know where I am. I know where I'm going. Unfortunately, if a person don't learn to live in the present, then the person is not alive. Think about it like this. You have people you love in your life. Everybody has at least one person in their life that they feel good with, that they connect with, they want to be with. Think about that individual, that person. Are you with them in the moment? Or are you mostly fighting with them about what they didn't do for you in the past? Or you're fighting with them about what they may not do for you for the future? What a waste of life. What a waste of life. My father, My father was naughty a little bit. He was, good man, but, wasn't always there. So my father, he gets sick with Parkinson, which is a terrible disease. I don't wish it on anybody because the body is basically disappear. And when you summarize your parents' life, those of you who lost their parents, you look at life like very different. You look at the beginning when you're a child, and they're gone. And then, I remember I asked my father, being on a spiritual path, Father, are you sorry for something? Because it's very important to do a confession with a person before they leave. So I'm sorry for one thing. So what is it? He said, about your mom. That's what I'm sorry for. I think I wasted my life with stupidity instead of understanding how to connect to your mom better. Now that moment for my father, and he cried, he never cried. That moment for my father conclude and include everything. You can go any place you want with your mind. Your mind is the most beautiful thing that God gave you. You can be anywhere you want. But don't waste the moment of now. You are now, right now. Where is now and where is here? Is it LA? Is it Crest? No, you are inside of you. You are the most important person for you. People try to save the world, to change the world. Save yourself. Save yourself from yourself. Save yourself from your negative thought. Whatever you're searching for to do, search you back. You need to know. Your dream searching you as well. Many people say, I wish my dream will meet me. No, your dream is searching for you. You are the one who running away from it. Your dream is chasing you while you're searching your dream. Don't worry too much about it. People are worried that they might miss the train. No, the train is chasing you. Every dream that you have is searching for you before you're searching for it. That should be motivating us. But you're going to be in the moment. You cannot sit in the cafe place and start thinking about what might happen and why I'm not in Paris now. You are wherever you are. This is where you're supposed to be. Are you looking at the cup of coffee at the moment as to be the only moment that can be, the only coffee that can be, and the only you experiencing it that it can be? The most beautiful part. You look at babies. You give them a toy. That's the toy. That's the moment. That's their life. If you look at your life, it doesn't matter if you had a good childhood or bad childhood. When you were very little, it's still refreshing. There is good memory. Why? Because you didn't connect past and future. Is past necessary? Yes, necessary. To learn something from the past so the present will be better. Is the future necessary? Of course. So you can plan things for the future, but don't sit there and plan for 20 hours. Because otherwise the moment is gone. That precious moment that God gave us is very, very important. And if you look at this week portion, it says, Az Yashir. Then they will sing. Then they will sing in the future. They sang in the moment, but it was a song that will be used later on, say Rabbi Isaac Luria. Meaning that Az Yashir is a song when the Messiah will come. They will sing it. So why we say will come? Why we don't say he's here? Because, as I say in the beginning of the lecture, Vayi'i Beshalach Paro et ha'am. Pharaoh sent the people out of Egypt. But Bnei Israel, the Israelite, was taken out of Egypt by God. There is two types of people in this universe. There is people who live in the past, I wish, I miss. And there is people who live in the future, I wish. Those people, even if they make it, they're miserable. But people who live in the present, every moment is celebration. If you know people who live in the present and enjoy the moment, join them. Those are the people that always bring happiness into your life. When you meet people who live in the future, they will suck your energy. If you meet people who live in the past, they will make you depressed. Remember, people who live in the past make you depressed. People who live in the future will suck your energy without even you know. When people start to talk about planning the future all day long, you're going to be tired right after that. Oh my God, I'm dizzy. Need something to drink. Why? Because it's all day long. And what they're using? The battery. You know, your phone uses one battery. A human can use more than one. Human can have 10 people around them, and they tell them about the future, and then suck the battery from each one of them. And then you leave drained. I don't know what's going on. I'm tired. Why? Because you heard the story about their future. But when you are around child, why you like child? Children are only taken. They take your chocolate, they take your food, they have a chutzpah, they take everything. And they don't care. They just don't care. They live in the moment. But more you give them, more you enjoy. It can help it. You love kids. Normal human beings love children, babies. Doesn't matter even if they pee on the floor, we still love them. We forgive them. It's okay. It's all okay. Because they live in the moment. They have energy. So remember that, please. There is, again, it's exciting. Now, how do we get there? The bottom line is, how do we get there? We need to find a way to get there. How do we get there? So, I read something from a rabbi or a Kabbalist. I met him 2 times. He passed away about 15 years ago. And his name is Rabbi Karlibach. I don't know if you ever heard this story. He's singing. And he'd say, התרופה האמיתית, the real medicine, לכל השנאה, for all the hatred, when people have against each other, והרשע, and the evil in the world, היא הידיעה שהעולם אמיתי. Is to know that this world is real, and to know that the world is real is the same like it was in the beginning. זה שיהיה בסוף, the same as it will be in the end, the same as in the beginning. וזה שמופיע גם בהווה, אחד לשבוע העולמי האחד והמאוחד של הקודש הבריך הוא של הקדוש ברוך הוא. Tell us, Karlibach, the way you remove hatred from this world is simply by understanding first that whatever happened in the beginning, whatever happened in the future is the same. Many people are fighting with different opinion, especially now, government, everybody have this opinion, everybody say, I'm right, the other one is right. What's going to be in 5 years? What's going to be in 1,000 years? What was in 2,000 years? Do you think something really changed? Do you think something really changed? Yes, there's different building, different road, different cars, different clothes. We relate too much to the change, the illusionary change. But if you relate to time, if you understand that the beginning and the end is basically nothing happened, it's because you're capable to stand and be in the moment. Now, how do you get there? How do you be in the moment? Karlibach talk about something called Shabbat. You heard about Shabbat, the Sabbath. And he doesn't talk about it from a religious point of view, or from a Jewish point of view. He talk about it from a point of that in the Sabbath, a person can go back into his present moment. If you remember when God created the Sabbath, it says, Vayachulu Hashamayim va'aretz. Vayachulu mean kalu, which means it end. The job end. The action of past, future, jumping from right to left to change it, stop. It's not about resting just physically, don't move. People don't rest on Shabbat. They walk to the synagogue, they go to pray, they cut the salad, they make the food. Nobody's resting. Who's resting? You have dishes to put it, and wash it, and then to prepare the table. It never ends. I rest more during the week. This is always working. And people come, and then another challah, another thing, another cut, another song. It never ends. Never ends. So it's not the rest like that. It's a rest in time. The time stops. On the Sabbath, the time stops. On the Sabbath, on Friday till Saturday, your body, your soul, going back to a present time. It's going back to zero again. Zzz. Then you can start again. And then Sunday, you're not that far from Shabbat. Monday, you start a little bit too far. Tuesday, you're very far. That's why Tuesday night, consider a heavy night by Kabbalists. Tuesday night, you will consider dangerous night. They call it the night of, I don't want to say the name, the night of the evil side, okay? It's Tuesday night. That's why I say Tuesday night you should never go to the desert, because that's the night that there is danger. The energy is very dangerous. Why? Because you are as far as you can be from the present, from the moment. And that's why it's very important when you are in Shabbat, when you come to Shabbat, when we're doing Shabbat here, the main consciousness that I do when I drink the wine, when I do the bread, this Shabbat we have two Bishvat, so it's a little bit more meditation. What I do is to go back in time to the original Sabbath of Adam and Eve. And then nothing really happened. You want to tell me that the government will control my life? You want to tell me that a court will change my life? If you believe in that, then why do you believe in God? You're wasting your time. Then just say, I don't believe in God, and forget about all spirituality. But if you truly understand that it's up to you to know what you're thinking, it's up to you to be wherever you're meant to be. If a person is in prison, it's not because the police arresting him. Something inside of him is in prison. If a person is poor, something inside of him is poor. If a person is alone, something inside of him is alone. Things don't just happen. We need to work internally to be in the moment and be happy in the moment, and then everything else follows. Please remember that.